I turn over. Pine tree is falling soon and shedding needles. A little slip in time, only gone a while. Tracing over lines, wishing it was mine. Lapsing into another place, to go where up is down, we'll come into it now.
Are we on? Say that for later. Guess who's still here? Nick's still here? Hey, Nick. Great stuff. Heard you perform.
So did I.
You okay, Walter? By the way.
Yeah, water's awesome.
Yeah, great. Do you think you'd ever showcase your talent on a talent show?
Definitely not ever. I think that there's so many other ways to get noticed. It's not even about getting noticed. Like it's not you shouldn't just go on a talent show to get noticed, because that's all they're there for. Like, and there's so many ways you can make music. You can get noticed by managers. You can send your stuff to record labels. You can just gig and just build a reputation. And that, like, I mean, all the people I admire have done that, and there's no one who like would go anywhere near a talent show at the 10th at poll. So yeah.
That's quite a fair enough comment, because there is an argument that contestants go on these shows to get noticed, to be famous.
Sure.
And it's always, what I find is that there's loads of talented people out there that just need to be noticed.
Yeah, they're like plenty talented, like their voices are fine, and there's no reason why they couldn't just find a band and front them and like build it up that way. But
I'll have a word with Simon Cowell about that, so don't have that. Who's your biggest musical influence?
I think probably Elliott Smith's a big influence, but also Joni Mitchell, Cat Stevens, and I think a lot of singer-songwriters, obviously.
Yeah, brilliant.
Anyone who has like a voice of their own, I think, who's not interested in doing anything but just being themselves. Yeah. Like that's interesting to me. So. Yeah,
because you're sort of like that yourself as an artist.
I hope so.
You know, it comes across to me that you're quite a unique. You want to be individual. You don't want to copy anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Also, as well, what I was going to ask you is your successes. What have been your biggest successes so far?
My biggest success, I think.
Beer's got to me now.
The biggest success for me is just having made an album, just a full-length album, made all the artwork, had it printed nicely, released on a label. That's something I wanted to do like since I was really young, and that's something I've done now, and that's really nice to me. That's really cool. Yeah.
And how many gigs have you done so far?
I couldn't count, but I'd hope over 100, I think, yeah.
So you must have the best highlights, the highlights of all of the gigs, surely.
I think so, yeah. I think, I really enjoyed going on tour a couple of months back. It was the first time we'd ever gone on tour, and we played all, like a few places all over the country, but we eventually got to Brighton, and it was kind of the pinnacle of the whole tour. I think we'd been playing together, and we got really sort of tight and comfortable with our set, and it was just like such a beautiful day with the beach, and the other bands we were playing with were really cool, and it's just one of those shows that just went so well. It was just really stellar, and some old friends came, and that was like a solidly great show for me, I think.
Brighton is a great city, great people, so I can imagine. Also, you was in a band in Cambridge.
That's right.
I have done my research, and you moved to Hereford, and then you sort of split up, didn't you?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I think it's the same thing that happens to probably a lot of bands that form in high school, is that we all just chose to go off to separate universities, and so the band couldn't really stick together anymore. We tried to get back together on holidays and stuff, but it was a totally different direction to what I'm doing now. Like, it was kind of juvenile, like loud rock and roll. We sounded a bit like the Smashing Pumpkins or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, we kind of just went our separate ways, but it was nothing, you know, dramatic. We're all still really good friends and stuff. But,
oh, and also you've got a song on your album called Cambridge.
Yeah.
And there's a quote, one of your lyrics talks about your oldest and dearest friends.
Yeah.
Is that to do with your old bandmates?
Yeah, it is. I think. Yeah, it's just all my old friends from school in Cambridge. I think anyone who's ever moved away from their hometown to go to university or whatever will, you know, relate to probably that song and the experience of leaving behind a whole block of friends.